Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
Randy Pausch was an American professor of computer science, human-computer interaction and design at Carnegie Mellon University. In 2008, he passed away at the age of 47 due to complications from pancreatic cancer. In the final months of his life, Pausch wrote The Last Lecture, a book that grew out of a talk he delivered after learning his diagnosis. The book was, in essence, an attempt to record lessons and advice for his children, things they might need once he was no longer there to tell them himself. One of the most memorable lessons in the book comes from a simple story about priorities. Pausch recounts an incident from years earlier when he picked up his niece and nephew in his brand new Volkswagen Cabrio convertible. His sister, understandably protective of the pristine car, warned the children to wipe their feet, be careful, and not get anything dirty. Pausch listened and immediately thought, as only a bachelor uncle might, that this kind of instruction set kids up for inevitable failure. Children, after all, get things dirty. It's what they do. So while his sister was outlining the rules, Pausch calmly opened a can of soda, turned it upside down, and deliberately poured it onto the cloth seats in the back of the car. The point was unmistakable. People are more important than things. Even a brand new car, even something prized, was just an object. Relationships mattered more. The investor and writer Vitaly Katznelson reflects on this story in his own book, Soul in the Game, noting how Pausch's awareness of his expiration date gave him unusual clarity. Knowing his time was limited, stripped away trivial concerns and sharpened his sense of what truly mattered. Katznelson invites readers to ask themselves some unsettling but clarifying questions. How would you live your life if you knew you had just 6 months to live? Would you let yourself care about the same things? Would a stained back seat or dirt on your car still upset you? We objectify things, cars especially, Katznelson writes. If we had our egg timer set on 6 months, we'd prioritise what really matters. Relationships, inhaling life, walking in the park. We'd reset what we care about, and it wouldn't be things. This perspective aligns closely with how the Stoics encouraged people to think about mortality. Most of us don't know when we'll go, but it's certain that we all will. That knowledge isn't meant to paralyse us or turn life grim. It's meant to clarify. The Stoics believed that remembering our finitude helps us distinguish between what is trivial and what deserves our energy. In the meantime, they argued, we should make our days meaningful and care about what really matters before it's too late. That same clarity can be also applied to how we use our time day to day. Consider your to-do list, whether it's written down somewhere or kept mentally. What's the one thing on it that you've been neglecting? What important task, responsibility, or conversation have you been quietly avoiding? What's been sitting there, patiently waiting for your attention? Perhaps you've told yourself it's too daunting, that the timing isn't right, or that you'll deal with it soon. Maybe it's something that would help you grow or live more fully, but that carries with it a risk of discomfort or failure. If something jumps immediately to mind, Marcus Aurelius has words that feel as urgent now as they were nearly 2,000 years ago. Remember how long you've been putting this off, he writes, and how often the gods have given you due dates of which you've not taken advantage. He reminds us that a limit has been set on our time, and if we don't use it to dispel the mental fog, it will pass, and we will pass with it. The opportunity, once gone, won't return. It's a striking way to frame the urgency of living. Every previous day of your life, Marcus suggests, has been a due date granted to you. Today is another one. If you don't use it, it will expire, and it will be gone forever. What you use it for, of course, is up to you. This doesn't mean cramming every moment with activity or turning life into a frantic checklist. Both Pausch and the Stoics point towards something subtler. It's less about quantity and more about quality. It's about being attentive to what matters most and giving your limited time to those things rather than letting it be absorbed by distractions, possessions, or avoidable anxieties. On this latest God's granted due date, you might decide to finally address the thing you've been postponing. the conversation you've been avoiding, the project you've been meaning to start, the step you know would move your life in a better direction. Or, with renewed clarity, you might decide that something you've been worrying about simply isn't worth your time or concern at all. Randy Pausch's soda-soaked car seats and Marcus Aurelius' stern reminders both point to the same truth. Awareness of mortality isn't morbid, it's liberating. It helps us see what's worth caring about and what isn't. It reminds us that things are replaceable, days aren't, and opportunities vanish once they pass. Whatever you choose to do with the opportunity today presents, take advantage of it, because once it passes, the opportunity won't come again.